A book entitled Learning the Brainstem exists in the marketplace. But why not have really short videos to capture the book's main points with useful illustrations? Let's call this video series LTB for short. The voice you hear is AI generated and the voice is female, not mine. Reason being, who I am isn't quite relevant. Learning the Brainstem, or LTB, on the other hand, is relevant for all of us who study the brain. Let's get started. This first video of many to follow is entitled Your 3 Choices. When presented with a random axial section of brainstem, sometimes you can't tell whether you are looking at a slice of midbrain, pons, or medulla. Even if you just guessed, you would have a 1 in 3 chance of being correct. The brainstem is circled in the image. In all the images we use, cerebrospinal fluid is bright, and there are holes in the brightness. Concentrate just on the largest darkness in the middle of the blue circle. Nor are we quite yet concerned about the neatly folded bilobed structure that is posterior or dorsal to the brainstem. Those are the hemispheres of the cerebellum, about which more later. We have chosen magnetic resonance images to show, because those are the images used in clinical practice. Above the horizontal line is the ventral brainstem. Below the horizontal line is dorsal brainstem. Of course, you want to know which of the 3 choices, midbrain, pons, or medulla, is correct. But just wait for a bit. This video is only a few minutes long. You will develop confidence in your own answer shortly. The image to the left is the same one from the last slide. We provide 2 comparison images on the right-hand side of the slide. For comparison image 1, we will circle the brainstem in yellow. Then for comparison image 2, we will circle the brainstem in orange. Even when inspecting these small images, something might and actually should occur to you. The anatomy outside the brainstem changes in each instance. Most notably, in comparison image 1, the brainstem seems connected to something dorsal to it, as indicated by the white arrows. The arrows point to the middle cerebellar peduncle on either side, or, as we will call them, the arms of the middle pons. If you see these arms of the middle pons, you know at least that you are at the level of the pons. Now try to visualize arms that pass dorsally in each image when compared to image A, which is the same image that started this video. There is no visible arm or peduncle in image A. What do you see at the tip of the yellow arrow in image B? It is an inferior cerebellar peduncle and a landmark structure of the medulla. Or in image C. Let's let a few seconds pass. The yellow arrow points to what arm? Or in image D. Pause for thought. The yellow arrow points to what arm? In image E, take your time. Actually, in image E, we get glimpses of 2 arms. First, a bit of middle cerebellar peduncle. Second, a bit, just a hint, of another arm. It is called the superior cerebellar peduncle. When visible at the dorsal surface of the brainstem, it provides the clue that we are in the high pons. In image F, think for a moment as you compare to image A. The brainstem is surrounded by cerebrospinal fluid, but unlike in image A, we see a good bit of cerebral cortex surrounding the brainstem. So we must be higher in the neuraxis. If you are wondering if a peduncle could pass ventrally rather than dorsally, then please see our next LTB video, which addresses the midbrain and what's above it. In the last few slides, we provide 6 axial slices, but not in any low to high or high to low order. We rely on landmarks or key clues to locate us in one of 3 areas of the brainstem. In this first image, we see arms of mid-pons. Location is mid-pons. We see arms that pass dorsally towards the area of the cerebellum. We see inferior cerebellar peduncles. Location is medulla. We see brainstem surrounded by cerebrospinal fluid. No arms extending ventrally or dorsally. Location is medulla, inferior to the level where we see obvious inferior cerebellar peduncles. We see 2 thin bits of brainstem at the most dorsal aspect of brainstem. These peduncles pass dorsally. They are the superior cerebellar peduncles. Location is high pons. We see brainstems surrounded by cerebrospinal fluid, but now we also see a lot of cerebral cortex. No arms extend dorsally. We are in low midbrain. The midbrain and structures above it are the topic for LTB 2. We see arms of the mid-pons. Location is therefore middle pons. But for extra credit, in the cavity of the midline fourth ventricle, there's a bit of cerebellum. Location is therefore low mid-pons. Not that such a thing really matters, because the only thing that matters is knowing your 3 options for gross localization in a human brainstem. We hope you visit another of the LTB video series available on YouTube, and thanks for watching.